Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a box in from Japan. Not from Japan, but the items inside should be from the country of Japan. So let's go ahead and get in here and see what came in. This is exciting. Now, this is part of an ongoing series, possibly ongoing series of foreign novelty candy items that benefactor. I have a benefactor who gets to travel with his work, and he's been picking up these big lots of buying novelty candy, putting them together and sending them to me. This is some items he picked up. I guess it's been about a year ago. We can get these out, but I definitely want to get in here first. I did want to say it's snowing here in Augusta. This roof over here, my neighbor, that's not a white roof. That's actually snow. And so this is the first time it's snowed in 6 years. It's actually more of a sleet, but just a fun little thing that's happening today. I'll shut up and let's get in here. During the lulls, definitely look back here in the background. I have these really cool exclusive Australian Squid Games 2 chips bags. Anyway, and I really enjoyed that series. Make sure you check that out. I'm talking about the second. Can you see me? Sorry, I pushed a bad button. I was trying to set everyone down here. Anyway, I'll do this differently. Okay. Anyway, let's get inside and see what came in. Now, this is going to be from the 2024 season, novelty season. Hold on, I am going to have to set this down. Let me just not press any buttons this time. Here we go. Okay, we're good. I'm using a tape roll, but it's a new tape roll, so it's not broken in. Okay, let me go ahead and get this open. Yeah, so this is not liquor. Okay, this is a flag of Japan there. All right, let's get inside. This is if you've been keeping up with these live streams, this is from Travis. I'll just say his first name. So this is from his ongoing travels. Yeah, let me just show you real quick. So I don't have everything he sent to me out, but this is the last Japanese care package. This is just some Japanese shit I've had just myself, and this is from South Korea. Anyway, let's get inside. Wow, this baby is jam-packed. God. Okay, where do we start? Okay, I'm gravitating towards this. Now, I'm getting more and more aware of smoking novelties. This is something I honestly originally cringed at. You got to understand, they have been making candy cigarettes since the 1950s. Maybe even earlier. I actually misspoke. I think they even go back a little bit earlier. And so there's a whole genre of candy collecting. It's candy cigarettes. And they call them sweet sticks in the UK. But I'm getting more aware of things like this. So what we're looking at is a smoking pipe whistle from Japan. Now, this is from last year. Very cool. I saw another one, so that's why I raced to get to the next one. So here's just a different color swap variant. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, this is what we come to expect from Japan. Their colors are they always use the best, just eye candy. I mean, all right, but I've got to see what this thing is. This thing is very funky, super cool. We're looking at basically what's an invention. In novelty candy, if you didn't know, there's different types. There's some novelty candies that have patents to it. So this is definitely probably a patent novelty candy, meaning some guy, probably a guy, maybe a girl, I don't know, designed this machine, right? This device. And I don't know how this works. I get this term somehow. So there's even another genre of candy, if you didn't know, that deals with lollipop novelties. Novelty, spin pops, for example, things of that nature. But Look at that. This is something I'm definitely going to come back and study probably tonight when everything's quiet. Wow. It even has a mascot. Well, I'm going to review these here in a minute. Let's go ahead and just kind of look at them first, but we'll come back and maybe talk about them a little more in depth. Okay, so this is obviously something to kind of look at a little closer. I mean, obviously Albert Einstein on here. So yeah, I've seen this graphic somewhere. I didn't think it was Japanese. Always associate graphics like this with the UK, obviously with the Sex Pistols and stuff like that. That's where I first saw them when I was a kid, but I'm going to have to kind of research the connection here. I mean, getting something with that little cat. We actually have one of these downstairs in my house here. I forget what you call them, but it's just a little thing, little ninja. It's almost cliche. I mean, what would you expect to find from something from Japan? Ninjas, karate and stuff like that. This is just awesome. Yeah, soccer is really big, or football is very big in Japan. They were in the World Cup, the last time we had one. They made it pretty far. Anyway, next one looks like obviously there's a watermelon on it. It has a little mascot of a hippo with a watermelon on its head. This might look very strange to US or just, our eyes. But if you look at a lot of things from Japan, their playfulness with mascots and just cartoons is just unparalleled, man. They're like just a hippo with a watermelon rind on its head. It's something that me and you would probably never think of, but you see it on a mass-produced candy item. I mean, the balls it takes to do something like this. Now, this is very kind of American. Disney is huge in Japan. I don't know if you knew that. They actually have a Disney World in Japan. And that place, that Disney, I don't know if it's world or land, that they have in Japan, they make their own novelty candies. The problem is, and I want to buy some so bad, if you go on eBay and you look up Disneyland Japan candy novelties, they're so fucking expensive, like I can't even buy them. For example, I'll just give you one I saw yesterday. There's a Jurassic Park egg. It's cooler than it sounds, but they wanted $170 for it, US. And so, no, I can't do it. Anyway, this is so cool. Very pop art. Yeah, I better kind of speed this along. I can sit, man, I'm telling you, this box, oh my God. Why do I love this so much? Okay, so my man sent me this last time. You might remember me opening this. And so, but the thing is, I know, don't get lulled into the colors and all, because these are different sculpts. This is the bullet train that they have. They're famous for over there. But these are different sculpts of trains. These are not the same sculpt. And that's something that I missed originally when I was looking at them, because I was just so overtaken by the colors and stuff. But yeah, this is, it's going to be, actually, that is a different sculpt. Yeah, this has those little things on the side. Obviously, it's a different color. God, thank you. God, man. God, I love that thing. Well, listen, this is the deal. This is unique to them. It's like if you came over to the U.S. and you got a Statue of Liberty, that was made in the U.S. It's sort of like that. Like, this is something from them. This is like, because this is American, icon, but this is something from them, I think that's why I like it so much. Besides it being, kind of phallic. Next up, we have these little fucking candies. I'm starting to lose my nerve a little bit. This happens every fucking time. Guys, imagine getting something like this. It's like, look at this. It's the greatest thing. It's just the greatest thing. Do you know what I got for Christmas? Do you want to know what I got for Christmas? I got 2 books. Okay, anyway, these are Novelty candy singles. See, hold on, I got to take a break. I got my little coffee here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so these are called different things in Candy Novelty. They're called singles. They're called, I'm spacing a little bit. But anyway, they're sometimes they're called penny candies, nickel, and even dime candies. Anyway, I don't know what they're called now. But this is a grapes. Notice the beautiful fonts and foreign writing on it. This is a grape, I think, as well. This one has some sort of mascot. I'm not going to be able to tell you what it is. Oh, it looks good through the screen, though, don't it? I want to say that says lifeguard. Okay. You know, some of these references we're not going to get right off because we're talking about these are for Japanese children. You understand that, right? These were made for Japanese elementary school kids, basically. I poured out this, guys. I'm telling you, the smell that came out of this little bag is something to. Oh my God! I want to sell this so that if I'm depressed, I'm just going to open this fucker up and smell it. There's a hole there. Man, it's that smell of fresh bubble gum that's been trapped in a little bag for a couple months. It is to die for. I'm surprised Felix is still a thing. You know, my grandparents knew who Felix was. Felix the cat. Always wanted one of those phones. I always see him in like antique stores. I'm talking about the vintage ones. They did retro Felix telephones that are not as cool. Yeah, look for the vintage ones. Yeah, Mario. Mario is huge in Japan. Well, I mean, I know they made them, but they really, it's just something that's not going away. Man, thank you so much for picking these up. Listen to me. Okay, listen, guys. This is something, okay, well, not this. You know, something like this is maybe something I could find on the internet and buy and have this shipped to me from Japan. But this little shit, this little stuff that is in a Japanese little food court, this little shit like this, you can't find this shit on the internet to buy. This little shit here, the only way you're going to get this typically is if someone goes over to Japan and finds it. This bigger stuff, you can find it if you search, but you're going to pay a big import tax or whatever it is. But I really appreciate all this. But as a collector of these little things, I really appreciate it. This is going to be what's the obscure stuff. And plus, they have Nintendo references and stuff. It's just gold. It really is gold. Especially long term. Okay, guys. Can I do this? I can't do this in one live stream. Oh my God. What do you say to a person who sends you this for free like this? I'm so tired of saying thank you. Not because I don't want to say it. I'm just tired because I wish I had other... It's just not enough, man. Good Lord. This is a ring pop, full Japanese translation or whatever. See, that's what I'm struggling with, because God, how do you thank someone? Wow. And aren't these colors so Japanese? Always, when you see Japanese stuff, it's always orange and pink, and there's really bright, citrusy colors. It's just so Japanese. I'm trying to hold these up, but they look like this and they're rocking. So anyway, yeah, so fucking cool. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna set this phone down and let me see if I can regroup. Okay. This is another one. Actually, we can read that, right? Diamond ring candy. God, what would it be like to be a kid again? I mean, really. I think the first thought a lot of us have is, we see the kids today on their phones and all this, and all the social media pressures that they have that we didn't. But but if you get past that, they have so many cool toys and candies and that we just didn't have. I mean, we did have our cool stuff. We did have, and that's why we're probably here. But I wouldn't know where to start if I was a kid. There's just so much beautiful things. Look at that. Okay, so this is really stealing the show for me. This is Topps, okay? So from my knowledge, okay, this is just, from my research, Topps first started doing Japanese distribution with their Wacky Warehouse promotion around 1991. In other words, if you were able to, you could track down early 90s Japanese push pops. There's actually a photo on the internet of the most badass Japanese push pop from that time period. It'll make your eyes bleed if you ever can find it. I don't know what this says. It looks like it's obviously a flip pop of some sort. Again, we're looking at an invention here. Someone designed this mechanism. You probably push this and it flips open like a flip phone. Yeah, it says flip on there. It kind of makes it, you can kind of make it up yourself just by looking at it, how it functions. But, this is patent. This is an invention you're looking at. And that's something a lot of people don't think about is in the candy novelty space, someone had to design this. And this becomes its own little thing where if you're an inventor or someone who likes to tinker around with ideas, they're always looking for new ideas for candy packages. I work on those myself that I'll one day maybe sell to someone. But these are so cool. So I'm gonna blow your mind here. You ready to have your minds blown? Did you know that Topps push pops? Let me set you down. And I don't have any out. The original Topps push pops, I'm talking about, looks like a little lipstick container. Those were made in the Candy Novelty Works in Hong Kong, meaning the same material. Everything goes back to cheap toys with me. The same material that was used to make cheap toys is the same material and possibly the same material here because it was made in the same factory. Now, I'm not 100% sure that the Candy Novelty Works still has their deal with Topps or whatever it is, but I bet they do because I recognize this yellow. This is the same fucking yellow you see on every push pop in the world. So just something to think about. So if you are a Garbage Pail Kid collector and you like this shit that I like, I imagine you do. We're still talking about the same stuff here. Oh my God. Okay, I'll tell you right now, there's no way I'm finishing this. Okay, there's 2 more fucking bags, just like that, in here. So I'm going to break this in. I'm going to finish this bag here. And I'm going to come back another day and we'll do the rest of it. Because this is just amazing. Oh my God. Look, I've never seen this form before. This is a disposable candy novelty. Now, if you go back to the early 90s, actually, if you go back to 1983, we saw our first camera, and it was made by the Donruss company. They were called Hot Flash. I don't have any out. But since that time, they've made other camera novelties. They have never done one based on a disposable camera before. And this one is a box. It's not plastic. This is easily my favorite thing yet. This thing is amazing. I mean, it's just perfect. It makes me wonder, though, do they still use disposable cameras in Japan? Man, this might be the best thing I've seen in a very long time as far as a new novelty candy. This is exciting. Wow. It just gives me hope, man. Okay, I'm gravitating towards these karaoke candies. So these started in the 90s. The Albert's company, Albert & Sons, who makes Fortune Bubble, and they made Hippie Sippy and all that shit. They've been a long-term candy company. They actually was the first to distribute what they called a karaoke pop or candy. I have one somewhere. But they're still making this form. Now, you got to realize this sculpt was never made here in the United States for Albert's. These are all made in probably Hong Kong. And so what happens is these different companies, these different candy companies will just reach out to that Hong Kong maker, like Candy Novelty Works, for example, and they'll put their own candies in it, and they will put their own label. They'll slap their own label on it. But just know, when you see this sculpt, it's almost never from the place you see on the label. These are made in Hong Kong, but this maker is obviously Japanese, right? Just a little... I'm doing a lot of teaching today, aren't I? Beautiful. I don't know what any of this says. It has some mascots. Reminds me a little bit of that Pixar movie. What's it called? Inside Out. I know it's not, but it just reminds me of that. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, and the cord is represented by just a piece of string that strangely hasn't been singed, and so they should have singed that. It's just left loose or whatever. Maybe I'll singe it. Okay, let's see. I want to grab... Yeah, let's see. I'm going to set you down so you don't get dizzy. Okay, next up. We got Ring Pops. And they're fucking Japanese. They're Japanese. Oh my God. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Starting in... Can I just say early 90s? Because I think it's 91. Okay, it could be 1990. During the Wacky Warehouse promotion, Tops... Do I have to tell you who Tops is? Hopefully not. Tops, who makes most of my favorite shit. They started making their own fucking whatever they're making. They started distributing it to other countries, and that's when Japan got theirs. And so since the early 90s, you can find Tops products like this one in Japan with with the Japanese writing. This is to just die for. It's to die for. This is everything I could ever want. And it's, look at that, soda. This isn't blue raspberry, it's soda. Do you know why? Because soda is the most popular candy flavoring in Japan. And this wasn't always this way. This is a development that's happened. That's another thing I never talk about is candy flavoring developments over the history of novelty candy. It's changed. It's changed here in the States even. If you want to know what's changed for us, it's been sour candy. When we were kids, we didn't have sour candy in the 70s and 80s. That was a later thing with like Warheads, for example. They started all that shit. And so, I'm sorry, I'll get back on track. But in Japan, the cola phenomenon, I'm just going to call it that, has happened in the last 20 years. I could give you a date if you need one, but I'm going to have to think about it. Ain't that just... Okay, well, this one's cola flavor too. I was kind of expecting this to be some exotic flavor. So cool. I'm trying to self-edit here a little bit. I know I'm getting annoying. Well, this one's grape, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Wait, am I not reading this right? I'm sorry, this is soda, right? Oh, cola. Wait, what's the difference? Hold on, wait, what the fuck? How is soda different than cola? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I don't even know. Wait. Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. Guys, I'm going to end right here. Let's get these out. And this is going to be today's live stream. There's no way in hell I could do all this. It is just, it's too much. Wow. I mean, in the U.S., can we even design like this? So again, this is designed for Japanese children. That's what novelty candy is. There's no way around it. This stuff is for children. It's supposed to be fun, bright. It's supposed to taste good, obviously. But kids, before they can get to the candy, you got to sell them right here on the package. You got to make it fun, bright, put funny little characters on them sometimes if you have to. But if you think about what we sell at Walmart, if you go to Walmart today or whenever you go, just take a minute, go over to the candies checkout area, I guess. Walmart's not the best place to find candy. But just look at it and come back and tell me, did you find anything that had this much content, this much color, this much active, this aesthetic? Look how active it is. The most similar thing I can think of is gummy worms. The Trolley Company has done a good job since the 90s of making super candy packages with visual impact like this. But really, look how commonplace it is in Japan. I think we need to step it up here in the States because these are just amazing. I'm pretty sure I see the top of a Coke glass. So this is probably cola. I guess this was lemon or mango or something. Some of these mascots look to me almost like monsters at some of them. That's obviously grape. We can't just say blue raspberry when you're talking about Japanese blue flavors, because we already saw they called this soda. And so, oh, look, soda. Okay, and that one says cola. Okay, so I've got something to learn myself. I admit it. I've been making a mistake of calling cola and soda the same thing. Yeah, I'm not going to review this, but that's my favorite so far. Seeing the top stuff is incredible. I mean, I guess we can look at it real quick. All right, guys, so we have just opened half of the most epic thing I've seen since the last thing he sent. from Japan, from his travels to Japan. He sent in a set of 5. Probably it's going to be sort of a candy gel. I'm thinking boba tea sort of situation. I don't know what these are. I can't read it. Can you? But it's probably going to be like a boba tea, like candy jelly ball things. Very cool. He sent a set of 4, what I refer to them as karaoke microphone novelties. He sent in a set of 3 beautiful tops, ring pop Japan, in metallic wrappers. They're just to die for. He sent in a Disney crossover piece. Another one of those Go Trains candy novelties. Wow. And Canadian Aqua. He sent in a set of these flip pop tops novelties. Here's another set. This is an off-brand. I mean, it might not be an off-brand. I don't see a maker. But anyway, a set of 3 of those. These are ring pops. These are usually jellies, but they're not. They have a pellet candy inside, I reckon. Very cool. Very pop art kind of pieces there. A set of these little cello wrapped obscure candy ball things. These are bubble gum. They smell amazing. Nintendo themed with a Felix. These 2 really cool smoking pipes. Do people still smoke out of these? I mean, I get like drug addicts, maybe. God, what's not to like about that? Even the candy's beautiful. God. Just a pack here of who knows. Really, I don't know. And then this really wacky novelty lollipop here. Man. And then my favorite piece, one more time, is a disposable camera. And even has sort of that Willy Wonka nerds function where you pull this out, I imagine, to get the candy out. That is just incredible. It looks just like one, too. Because, you know, they sold these in a paper carton where you slid the fucking camera out of a carton. Just like this. And I think they were Japanese even. I remember them having some weird foreign writing. I'm talking about back in the 90s. Like if you went to like a Revco or whatever. This little guy. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Sorry, I know it's rambly, but I'm experiencing this with you. And it's like Christmas morning overload. It literally feels like Santa brought me something. It's just wild. So when I see you guys next time, we're going to go into, holy shit. We're going to look at the part 2. Thank you so much to my friend, oh my God, Travis, for sending this. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'll see you guys very soon. We'll dig into the rest of the box. I've got lots to look at and unpack here. I'll let you know if I find anything, because I'll be reading all this. And plus, I'll be using Google Translate to translate everything that's on these packages. So I'll see you very soon. Russ Fan